The prophetic message in Kendrick Lamar's 2025 Super Bowl halftime show. Was Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance a prophetic warning? Was there a prophetic message in Kendrick Lamar's 2025 Super Bowl halftime show? Is Kendrick Lamar a modern prophet? We're about to break down his Super Bowl symbolisms right now with a prophetic lens. Was Kendrick Lamar's 2025 Super Bowl performance just entertainment? Or was it a prophetic message for our time? Today we break down the symbols, the deeper meanings, and prophecy behind his performance. Before we break down the prophetic message in Kendrick's Super Bowl performance, let's uncover 10 things most people don't know about him. 10 things most people don't know about Kendrick Lamar. Number 1, he was born in Compton, but was named after a gospel singer, Eddie Kendricks of the Temptations. Number 2, he witnessed his first murder at age 5, which shaped his storytelling about trauma and survival. Number 3, his dad was part of Chicago's Gangster Disciples, but Kendrick chose a different path. Number 4, he's deeply spiritual. His 2017 album, Damn, had heavy Christian themes, and he sees himself as a vessel for God's message. Number 5, he was personally mentored by Dr. Dre, which fast-tracked his career in a powerful way. Number 6, he turned down a major endorsement deal with Reebok because he didn't want to promote materialism. Number 7, he doesn't believe in flaunting wealth. He still drives a modest car despite being worth millions. Number 8, he wrote All Right as a modern-day spiritual anthem, which became a rallying cry during protests. Number 9, he's very private and rarely gives interviews, making his messages even more mysterious. Number 10, he considers himself a storyteller before anything else, which is why his music carries deep meaning. Now that you know more about Kendrick's story, his Super Bowl performance makes even more sense. Let's break down the full prophetic symbolism of the show. Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl LIX performance wasn't just entertainment, it was a prophetic statement. From his references to historical injustices to the deep symbolism in his stage design, Kendrick used one of the biggest platforms in the world to deliver a message. Today, we're breaking down his performance, his career-long prophetic themes, and what he's warning us about the future. Could Kendrick Lamar be a modern-day prophet? Let's dive in. Kendrick Lamar's role as a prophetic voice. Prophets don't always come from the church. Some emerge in culture, music, and entertainment. Biblical prophets expose injustice, warned of coming change, and call people to repentance. Kendrick's music does the same, touching on spiritual warfare, social oppression, and divine judgment. Breaking down Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance on February 9th, 2025. The 40 acres and a mule reference, a direct reference to the broken promise made to freed African Americans after the Civil War. It symbolizes systemic injustice, unfulfilled reparations, and the continued struggle for equality. Prophetic interpretation. Kendrick is reminding America of its spiritual debt, a warning that unresolved injustice has consequences. Samuel L. Jackson as Uncle Sam. Jackson's portrayal of Uncle Sam critiques American nationalism. It challenges the audience to examine the contradictions between American ideals and reality. Prophetic interpretation. This is a call to reject national idolatry and return to principles of true justice and righteousness. Dancers forming the American flag. A stunning yet complex moment. The flag represents unity, but also its fractures. It highlights the tension between America's vision versus reality. A prophetic interpretation suggests that America is at a crossroads. It must either heal its divisions or face consequences. Performance of Not Like Us. A track that speaks directly to societal corruption and personal introspection. It calls people to self-examine their actions, beliefs, and biases. The prophetic interpretation here is clear. This is a warning. Change starts from within, before it can happen on a national level. Collaboration with SZA. Their performance symbolizes communal healing and the power of unity. Their music often touches on struggles, redemption, and transformation. The prophetic interpretation suggests that this could represent the need for men and women to come together spiritually and socially to bring about change. How this ties into Kendrick's prophetic message: the fall of corrupt systems. Throughout his career, Kendrick has spoken about judgment upon nations, leaders, and industries. His Super Bowl performance reinforces the idea that America's reckoning is near, the need for repentance and awakening. His music constantly challenges people to wake up, recognize the truth, and act before it's too late. The spiritual and social unrest in his work suggests a major shift is coming. What Kendrick is prophesying for the future is simple. This is a turning point for America, either reconciliation or further division. People will either awaken or be deceived. There will be no in-between. A warning to the entertainment industry: truth will no longer be tolerated, and truth speakers may face persecution. Let's take a look at some of Kendrick Lamar's quotes. Kendrick Lamar's quote: "We're in a time where we exclude one major component out of this whole thing called life. Major component is God." Prophetic meaning. This performance wasn't just about history, it was about spiritual accountability. Kendrick is calling attention to unfinished business, justice that has yet to be served. Kendrick Lamar's quote: "The best thing you can do in life is not lie to yourself. That's the hardest thing to do." Prophetic meaning. America often presents a certain image to the world, but Kendrick challenges the nation to face the truth about its history, its present, and its future. Kendrick Lamar's quote: "Eventually, you get to this point where you understand what's real and what's not, and you begin to value things that are more important." Prophetic meaning. Kendrick is asking, what does America really stand for? This moment was a visual prophecy, a call for reconciliation, but also a warning that unity requires truth. Kendrick Lamar's quote: "If I speak the good into existence, that instant my dreams will unlock." Prophetic meaning. This was Kendrick flipping the script, challenging the false narratives and reclaiming power for the people. The song itself is a battle cry against deception and division. Kendrick Lamar's quote: "Love is not just a verb. It's you looking in the mirror." Prophetic meaning. This wasn't just a duet. It was a symbol of unity and healing. Kendrick's message is clear. Change starts within. Kendrick Lamar's performance at the 2025 Super Bowl was more than music. It was a prophetic warning, a challenge, and a call to awakening. Through every lyric, symbol, and artistic choice, he's telling us to wake up, look deeper, and seek the truth about ourselves, about our society, and about God's greater plan. Kendrick Lamar's most powerful quote, "I got a greater purpose." God put something in my heart to get across, and that's what I'm going to focus on, using my voice as an instrument. End of quote. Is Kendrick Lamar a modern-day prophet? His music and performances go beyond art. They carry deep prophetic warnings. Whether intentional or not, he is acting as a voice, calling for change, accountability, and awakening. Is Kendrick Lamar being used by God to shake this generation? Are we listening? Do you think Kendrick Lamar is a prophetic voice, or is this all just artistic expression? Let's talk about it in the comments. Lamar isn't just an entertainer. He's a cultural prophet. Stay woke, stay aware, and stay blessed. Do you believe Kendrick Lamar's music carries a prophetic message? Drop a comment below and let's discuss.